Welcome to Mind Coliseum. If you haven't seen my previous live earlier in the month, go and check it out. I promise you it will be good for you, just like it was for one of my subscribers. Now, today I'm going to speak with you about finding true friends. And it can be very difficult to find true friends, especially if you are someone who are not used to that. You're not used to having friends at all in the first place. So what happens is anyone that comes around you, because you're so happy, you just put up with all types of behavior from them. Because it's not as simple as you wake up and then you go out of your house and then you find true friends. No, it's not that simple. It's not that easy. Hello, it's not that simple. It's not that easy. You don't just go out and find true friends. It takes time. Because it's not just about them being good friends or true friends in the first place. You've got to develop yourself into someone who is a true friend as well. But back to the aspect of, if you're desperate for friends, you will be used, you will be abused, you will fall into the trap of people taking advantage of you because they know and they can sense that you're desperate. And then you also have friends who, because they know that you're desperate for friendship, they'll speak to you disrespectfully. They will treat you with disregard. They will be rude to you because, after all, they know through your behavior and what you say, how you speak, they will know that, okay, this person has no one, has no friends other than them. So if they are your only friends, then they can afford to be horrible to you and treat you and mistreat you anyhow they want. Because who are you gonna go to, right? You're not gonna leave them, you're not gonna abandon them, you're not gonna cut them off, you're not gonna go no contact, as people say. Why would you? You've got no one. so so to find true friends, my thing is, forget about the people first. Work on yourself first. Then think about the people. So to find true friends, make sure you are someone who, you are not desperate, you are not needy. You're someone who's confident, you're improving your life. You have high standards for yourself. See, when you have high standards for yourself as a human being and you're improving yourself, you're not going to just have any friends, are you? Because you have a high standard for yourself in the first place. You know that you want to have a certain body fat percentage. You know that you want to be able to lift a certain amount of weight in the gym. That's your standard for yourself physically. You know you want to be able to run a mile and a half in under a certain time. That's your standard. You know you want to be making this amount of money every year or every month. That's your standard. You know that you don't want anyone around you who's going to affect you in negative ways. You only want positive influences around you. You don't want anyone speaking negatively to you. You don't want anyone trying to make you feel bad. So now that you have those standards for yourself, guess what? When you meet new people, whether even if they're old friends, you're going to start placing standards on them as well. Which means no one that doesn't meet your standard is going to get into your life. You're not even going to spend time speaking with them. Doesn't mean you'll be rude, but you will not waste time with them. Why would you? You are someone who has standards for yourself. You are literally improving your life every day. Why would you put up with people who they don't meet your standards? It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't go together. So to find true friends, work on yourself. Work on yourself. And because you're someone who puts high standards or you set high standards for yourself, And because you're actually improving your life, it means, yes, it's incredibly hard. It is. It's very difficult. Very, very difficult. So, where was I? Yeah. So, so because you're finding true friends and you know that it's very difficult, it's very hard. I need to get my thoughts back. That's yeah, finding true friends is very hard. So if you're now looking, right, to find true friends, it's not about, you thinking, they are below you. It's about you having the standards that you want. And if they're not meeting the standards that you want, they're only gonna drag you down. You know what I mean? They're only gonna drag you down. So it's not a bad thing for you to have standards for yourself. You should have standards for yourself. Your future depends on it because you can't stay the same. You can't stay the same. And when you're improving yourself, guess what? The people you do come in contact with, they will benefit too. So it's not just you who's gonna benefit from the friendship. It'll be them as well because now you're giving your best self. So don't just settle. Don't settle. Do not just settle for people just because you don't have friends right now. You just want to have friends. Don't do that. It'll be what's worse. If you go back to my shorts, what is worse than not having friends is being desperate for friends, because then you're so vulnerable. People can use you and literally abuse you. Literally. Is there any specific futures, friends, features? Okay, okay, yeah, okay. Friends should be respectful to you. They should be respectful to you. If friends are respectful to you, that means there are certain things they won't say, there are certain things they won't do. They will not say bad things about you, especially to other people. So that means they won't be gossiping about you. They will not be gossiping about you. So you want friends who they don't engage in gossiping about you with other people. You don't want that because that means they're also telling your secrets, which is why you have to be careful who you tell your secrets to. The things they won't do, such as if you have an appointment together, they don't turn up late every single time, or they just don't turn up. So that means they're reliable. So they've got to be trustworthy so that they don't gossip about you. They've got to be reliable. If they say they're going to be somewhere, they should be there. If they say they'll meet you somewhere, they should be there. And also, they shouldn't be. This is why it's important to improve your life, because when you improve your life, you have high standards, so you don't want certain people around you. They shouldn't be jealous of you. And you know how they won't be jealous of you? They won't be jealous of you because they will also be improving their lives as well. You understand what I'm saying? They won't be jealous of you because they will also be improving their lives as well. So make sure you have friends who are ambitious. They have goals for themselves. That's another feature that they should have. They have goals and ambitions. They have plans for their lives. They actually want to improve their lives. Maybe they want a better job, a better career, a better car, a better house. They want a better something. They want a better them. When you have friends who want a better them, they're too focused on improving to be a better them than to try to pull you down with the with the crabs in a bucket, or crabs in a barrel mentality. They don't have that because they're busy working on themselves as well. And I have a theory about this where people aren't jealous of you, not just because they're good people, but because they are so focused on improving their lives, they don't even have a chance to be jealous because they're too busy improving their lives. That's what I believe. They're too busy. You know, they're just too busy. And you gotta understand, like you yourself. You might not be a jealous person or envious, someone who wants to drag people down, but that's probably because you are so confident and secure in yourself that you don't feel the need to do that. You don't even think about that. But how would it be if you weren't working on yourself to be confident and secure? If you weren't trying to improve your life, maybe you would actually be thinking like that. Who knows? But when you're free, meaning you have no time, you're not doing anything specific. You're not building for your future. You're not planning. You're not enjoying your life. You're not improving. You're not leveling up. You're not upgrading in the gym. You're not upgrading emotionally. You're not upgrading by reading books. You know, mentally, you're not feeding your mind. When you're not doing these things, it's easy for you to be like, I want what that person has, or why does that person have it and I don't have it? It's so easy to think like that because you are not focused on your life. So if someone is not jealous of you, it could be that they are a good person. Like they don't have, they're just not a jealous type of person. But I guarantee you, it's also because they are too focused. You cannot be focused on you wanna improve in the gym, you wanna have stronger resilience so that life doesn't beat you down. You want to be strong emotionally. You're reading books and attending seminars and networking to improve your mind and your business. You can't be doing all of that and your mind is so focused on those things and at the same time be jealous of someone else. It's impossible. It's impossible. You're literally too busy. And when you're not doing those things, when you're not hitting the gym, when you're not trying to improve your business, when you're not trying to read books to improve your mind, you're sleeping because you're too tired. You're too tired. You're overworked. You're probably even really stressed to be worrying about, oh, is this person doing better than me or not? Because you are quite literally so focused on you. Hello, how you doing? Glad to see you too. It has been a while. So when you're so busy improving your life, it's you can't physically, you don't have the emotional or mental stamina to even be bothered by other people. You don't have the stamina for it because your stamina, your energy is so focused on, I need to make this amount this month, you know, I need to make that amount next year. I've got to make sure I'm in this apartment and in this house by this time, in 2 years' time, you know? You're too focused. And people say, I'm glad to know that you're doing all right. It's very good. But you can give me updates on what's been going on with you as well. Give me updates and any questions you have, anything you want to discuss, let me know and we'll talk about it. So, so what happens is like, what was I saying? Yes, that's right. You're too focused on improving your life, so you don't have time because you actually have goals and plans that you've set for yourself for the future. So you can't literally be focusing on other people. You just can't. How could you? And what I wanted to say was you should be selfish actually. You should be selfish. This is about finding true friends. This topic is about finding true friends. So you should be selfish to improve your life. You should be selfish. And it's also about making sure that the friends that you want to have they have the right features, the right makeup, meaning they don't gossip about you or spread rumors. They're not jealous of you trying to bring you down, and they don't disrespect you. They are reliable. When you make an appointment with them, they are there. They're not late all the time. They respect your time. So they're reliable. They don't gossip about you and they're not jealous of you. They're not trying to drag you down. And you should be selfish actually. You should absolutely be selfish to improve your life. Because when you are selfish enough to focus on improving your life, guess what? Not only can you help other people come up in life, you are also too busy to be jealous of them because you're so focused and selfish to improve your life. You should be selfish in that way to improve your life because you're not disturbing anybody. Like, you're not being jealous, you're not gossiping, you're not talking bad about anybody, you're not planning or plotting to destroy someone in any way, socially, emotionally, or mentally. You're not having bad intentions because you're too focused on you. So you should be selfish in that way. You should be, absolutely. Be selfish, keep your head down, focus, and grind and work hard. You should do that. And when you become the best you can be and you're making so much money, guess what? You're paying your taxes anyway, right? You're paying your taxes anyway. Guess who benefits? The roads we walk on, the roads people drive on, other people get to benefit because your money is going towards those developments. So you are doing good. When you pay your taxes and you live in a country where maybe the government uses funds for people to have free healthcare, for example. They say it's free, but we all know it comes from taxes. Whatever. What I'm saying is, you are contributing. When you focus and you're selfish and you focus on yourself, you are contributing. That's financially. When you focus on improving yourself and you're selfish to go to the gym all the time and focus on that, and you improve yourself physically, you're inspiring other people to look at you and say, I want to be just as healthy as this person. I want to be just as strong, as big as this person. So you're improving other people's lives as well because they're looking up to you. When you're emotionally strong and you can handle yourself in through life's storms, and people look at you or they read about your life or they hear about your life, you're encouraging themselves as well to be emotionally strong when they're going through tough times. So before you can even hope to find true friends, focus on you. Improve your life first. Improve your life first, and the standards that you have for yourself, it will spread. It will bleed over into other aspects of your lives. Yeah, or other aspects of your life, so that you don't just want to have a healthy body. You don't want to just have a healthy mind. You don't want to just be emotionally or socially healthy. Now you require your friends to be healthy because you have those standards for yourself in the first place. How did they stab you in the back? Give me examples. What did they say? What did they do? You know, and when did you start feeling that way? But you ignored the feelings. You know. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I don't think you're gonna love your boss like that or ever. I don't, and that's fine. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, it's. I can absolutely relate to this. This is real. This is a real issue. It's a real issue. You know. See, people have this idea that the people who are in positions of power or authority or bosses, people think, or managers, people assume that they are, kind, caring people, but that's not always the case. You know, it can be a reality check, a shock even to find out that the people who you expect to be the most secure are usually the most insecure. You know, they are usually the most insecure. And you've got to look at it like this. If you consider the 48 Laws of Power by, you know, Robert Greene. Yeah, that's his first name. Yeah, Robert Greene. He speaks about how those people are usually the most vulnerable because you have to understand, this is what I got from what he was saying anyway. It's that what I got from it was that, yes, they're at that level, but they're just at that level in terms of position. They're not at that level in here. Exactly. They're not at a high level mentally. They're not. They're not at a high level morally, ethically. They're not at a high level in that way. It's just their position that's high. They are not high human beings. You know? That's why you will find someone in a higher position than you, they might not be as confident as you. They might not even as physically strong as you. They might not be as intelligent as you. You see, but that's because they didn't need those things to get to that position. All they needed was to do a course, to do a qualification and get there. Or maybe they knew the right person or the right people and they were at that level. Because a lot of the times I think we put so much requirements on people who are at the top of anything. We think they should behave this way or that way. You know, they should behave this way or that way. But the thing is, they are usually the most vulnerable because sometimes they don't even believe that they deserve that position. They don't. They don't believe they deserve it. You understand what I mean? A lot of them don't think they deserve the position. They know deep down they don't deserve it. Maybe they got lucky. You know, they got blessed with that position. Yeah, so I know they can think they rule the world. See, a lot of people, because they don't have any power, they want to take it out on you. You know they don't have any power in real life. So when they get to a position where they get to exercise that power over someone, they're like, oh, goody, this is very great. Now I can use my position to oppress this person and feel good about myself. See, because when they do that, they don't have to look in the mirror and improve their lives anymore. Why should they, right? Why should they look in the mirror and improve their life? Why would they? For what reason? There's no need to. Because by taking all their frustrations out on you, they can tell themselves, hey, my life is great. My life is perfect. Now they don't have to worry about improving anymore. When people attack you, especially when they're in a high position, in a job or in any place, they're trying to cover up the fact that they don't think they deserve it. You know? So in order for them to feel like they deserve it, they've got to be horrible to you and unkind to you. They've got to oppress you. That's when they actually feel good about their lives because their lives are boring. Their lives are boring. They only have fun when they're doing something horrible. And that's why you can look at it two ways. The first is you want to get to that position so you can be a positive change. Or the second way is now you're thinking that position isn't actually all it's meant to be because yeah, sure, you can think the first way. You want to go to that position and then be the positive change that you wanted to see. Like the song goes, be the change you want to see in the world. Fine. That's the first option. The second is you look at it like this. If this motherfucking loser is at that position, then I don't want it. I don't want it. Just like you said, you've had many friends who stab you in the back, and then you had an old friend that stole the girl you were with. It's like this. I'm gonna link it to the thing about the horrible boss, which if he's at that position, then you don't want it. The same thing with this. You have an old friend that stole the girl you were with, right? It's gonna link perfectly. You're gonna like it, and that is this: if anyone can get that girl, anyone else but you can get that girl, then you don't want her because then how valuable could she really be? Just like that position with your boss. Think about it. The position with your boss. If he can get to that level and he's a horrible piece of shit, he's a loser, he doesn't work on himself, whether physically or emotionally or mentally, he's horrible, he's unkind, he's disrespectful, he's abusing his power, why would you want his position? Because if that loser can get it, you can easily get it. Why would you want it? Just like if any friend of yours or anyone in the world but you, if anyone in the fucking world but you can get that bitch, you don't want her. Why would you want her? Because that means she is a lock that any key other than you can open. Not worth it. Now, I'm not saying it's easy to get over it. It's not. It's really not easy. Okay? You might even never get over it. But maybe that's a good thing. Because in the future, you will now be looking for signs that you missed in the beginning with this one. You will look for those signs in the next one to make sure she's not showing those signs. So not only will you be making sure the next one doesn't show those signs that she will betray you, you will also make sure that she is showing signs that she will not betray you. You understand what I mean? So if the signs she is showing that she will betray you were she was disrespectful to you, she wasn't kind to you, she never took an interest in the things you personally liked. If those were the signs that you're like, okay, she shouldn't have this, then you also got to think about the signs that she should have kindness in her heart in the way she treats you. She should have respect for you. You know, she should care about your day. She should want to do things for you. So think about the things you don't want, while at the same time think about the things that you do want in the next woman. And that friend that's still your girl, you probably heard it before, but I'm gonna say it again now because it's so goddamn true. He did you a favor, and you should be happy. He did you a favor very, very early on, because it would be so bad if you weren't just boyfriend and girlfriend. It would be even worse if she was your fiance or your wife. That would be way worse. I know you're thinking it couldn't get any worse, but it could be so much worse. And if anybody else but you can get her, trust me, you don't want her. You don't want her. The chat is disconnected for some reason. I don't know why, but maybe, just maybe, it will come back soon. Yeah, maybe it will come back soon. hmm Yeah, just a second, guys. Yeah, I will carry on speaking with you guys, but when the connection is back, just type your questions and what you want to discuss with me. And let's move on to let's move on to people pleasing. Yeah, that's another one that like people pleasing can literally destroy your life for real, because you gotta understand you're not just people pleasing in the moment, right? You're setting yourself up for failure in life for real. It's like this with the people pleasing. You're trying to do what people want you to do, but you gotta understand, anybody that puts pressure on you that you can sense, in order for you to be around them, to get along with them, you have to be pleasing them. Anybody that is putting that kind of pressure on you, like, they can tell that, okay, you want to get to know them, you want to be their friend, or you want to get involved with them in any way. If they can sense this, right? So then, because a lot of the time the people pleasing behavior, it's like it's triggered inside of you, right? Of course, do your best to improve your life so that people don't trigger that in you. But a lot of the time, it's because you're people pleasing, because you can tell that there is no way you can have any type of relationship with the other person unless you please them. So they behave in a way that makes you want to please them. They say things in a way that makes you want to please them. And anybody who is behaving in that way towards you, or is speaking to you in a way that makes you want to please them, I guarantee you they will never support your growth, because you are individual. You're an individual. You are unique. How can you really grow if you are not following your own path, but instead you are? shaping yourself to the way that someone else wants you to be. It's actually impossible because you're an individual, you're unique. Your path to success is different from their path to success. Now, if you spend your time building up this habit that turns into a character of people pleasing, and then it goes into your attitude, the way you carry yourself in the world, opportunities will pass you by because you've built the habit, the character, the attitude of people pleasing. When opportunities come, you don't want to do too much because that would be the opposite of people pleasing, right? You're so used to pleasing somebody, you don't want to do so much more than you don't want to do more because if you do more, how can you continue to people please? Now they'll be disappointed in you. Now they will not like you, they will not love you, they will not want you around. So when opportunities come, you don't take them. You have a friend, a family member, a relative. You know they're only happy with you when you say and do things they want you to say and do. When you have a career opportunity to progress in life, even if you take it, you don't share it with them. So already we've determined you're not in an environment where people are supportive of you. And those are the best environments to actually grow as a human being. You don't share it with them or you don't take that promotion. You don't because you're so used to pleasing this person or these people. And in the back of your mind, even if you're not aware of it, in your unconscious mind, right? Or should I say in your subconscious mind or unconsciously, what happens is you know that okay, I need to please these people. I need to please these people, right? So if I need to please them, then I can't take this opportunity to grow. I can't take this opportunity to grow. Sorry guys, there's a connection issue with the comments. So I'm finding a way to get them to me because it's saying the chat is disconnected for whatever reason, you know? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go back. Okay. I'm gonna go out of this and then come back. So I'll go and then restart the live for you guys. Yeah, because the connection is not great right now. But I will still save this because this is good. This is good. I'll save this for us. All right. Stay blessed and I'll speak with you in exactly 1 minute.